Alex had always dreamed of exploring the unknown. As a human explorer, he had visited several planets in the outer sectors, but nothing had prepared him for this one. The moment he stepped off his small shuttle, the air felt different, thicker, warmer, and tinged with a scent that reminded him of fresh metal and wet soil. Towering trees with translucent leaves swayed gently, even though the wind barely moved. Strange sounds echoed in the distance, a combination of hums and clicks, unlike anything he had ever heard on Earth. He adjusted his visor and began walking, careful to avoid the thick roots that sprawled across the ground like giant snakes. His mission was simple on paper: survey the local environment, collect samples, and report back. But Alex had a curious habit of wandering off the assigned paths. Adventure had always drawn him more than strict instructions. As he moved deeper into the forest, a faint sound caught his attention. A soft cry, almost like a whisper carried by the wind. Alex froze. The sound was irregular, filled with pain. He scanned the surroundings with his visor, but all he could see were the glowing leaves and the twisting branches. Then he saw her. At first, Alex thought she was part of the forest, another bizarre plant or a reflection of the strange light filtering through the trees. But the figure moved, flinching and twisting in pain. She was unlike any being Alex had ever encountered. Her skin shimmered in colors that shifted depending on the angle of the light. Deep blues, faint purples, and flashes of silver. Her form was slender but strong, clearly built to survive in this unusual environment. She's hurt, Alex muttered to himself. He approached cautiously, not wanting to frighten her. Every step he took made the soft sounds of her cry clearer, and he noticed something that made him stop. Around her torso, a faint red glow pulsed with every breath she took. At first, he thought it was some kind of injury, but it moved as if it were alive, flowing beneath her skin in soft waves. Alex raised his hands in a peaceful gesture, hoping she would understand he meant no harm. He spoke slowly, using the universal translator on his wrist. "Hello, can you understand me? I want to help." The alien woman's large eyes, deep and luminescent, widened. She shifted back slightly, but she didn't run. Her hands hovered near the glowing red area, and her soft cries continued. Alex noticed that the glow pulsed faster with her movements, almost like it was responding to her emotions. He realized quickly that it was more than just a physical injury. It was connected to her life force, something entirely alien to him. He knelt down a few steps away, careful to show that he posed no threat. "It's okay. I can help you," he said again. His voice was calm, steady. He reached into his kit and took out a basic medical scanner. As he activated it, a holographic display appeared above his hand. Numbers and patterns scrolled across the screen, indicating that the energy flow in her body was unstable. She flinched at the light, but Alex didn't move closer. Instead, he showed her the scanner, pointing to the readout. "I don't understand exactly what this is, but it's okay. We will figure it out." For a moment, the forest was quiet except for her uneven breathing. Then, to Alex's surprise, she extended her hand toward him. Slowly, hesitantly, her fingers brushed against his. The moment contact was made, the red glow dimmed slightly, as if sensing that she was no longer alone. Alex felt a faint warmth in his palm, not heat like fire, but a soft, alive energy that was unlike anything he had ever felt. "You're alive," he whispered. She blinked, and for the first time, Alex noticed the small scars along her arms and legs. They were faint, like memories etched into her skin. She tried to speak, but only clicks and soft tones came out. He nodded, understanding that she couldn't communicate like humans did. But her gestures were clear. She wanted help. Alex took a deep breath and decided he needed to act quickly. The forest, while beautiful, was unpredictable. Shadows moved at the edge of his vision, and he sensed that staying here too long could be dangerous. "Come with me," he said gently, offering his hand. She hesitated, then slowly accepted. Supporting her carefully, he guided her through the trees. Her skin glowed faintly with every step, reacting to the movement and her nervous energy. Alex wondered how such a fragile-looking creature could survive in this wild place. He realized that her life force might be both her strength and her weakness. After a short walk, they reached a small clearing. A shallow stream ran through it, the water clear and warm. Alex guided her to sit by the edge. He pulled out a few basic supplies, a portable bandage kit, a scanner, and a small energy stabilizer designed for human use. It wouldn't work the same way on her, but he hoped it could stabilize her long enough to figure out the next steps. As he worked, she watched him with wide, cautious eyes. Alex spoke softly. "I don't know your name yet, but I will help you." He scanned her again, noting that the red energy had begun to stabilize, though it flickered every few seconds. "It's okay. You're not alone." Minutes passed and Alex noticed a change. The alien woman's breathing slowed and the glow dimmed further. She reached out again, touching his arm lightly. This time it felt like a gentle acknowledgement, a silent thank you that needed no words. Alex smiled, feeling a strange connection forming. Despite the differences between their species, despite the unknown dangers of this world, he felt that they had established trust. He had saved lives before, but never had he felt so responsible for someone so completely alien. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the trees. Alex's head snapped up, scanning the forest. Shadows moved quickly, and he realized that staying in one place could be dangerous. He glanced at the alien woman. "We need to move. There might be predators here." She nodded, or at least that was the closest approximation of understanding he could see. Supporting her, Alex led her through the forest again, careful to stay alert. He noticed that the red glow in her body dimmed further with each step, indicating she was stabilizing, but also that she relied on him for guidance. As they walked, Alex thought about what he knew of this planet. It was uncharted, untested by human exploration. The air was breathable, but the local flora and fauna were unpredictable. If he was going to keep her safe, he needed to reach higher ground, somewhere with a vantage point and hopefully shelter. Finally, after what felt like hours, they reached a hill overlooking the forest. The view was breathtaking. Light filtered through the canopy, casting shimmering patterns across the ground. Alex set her down gently, making sure she was comfortable. "This will be safe for now," he said. "We can rest here and figure out what to do next." She looked at him, her glowing eyes reflecting the sunlight. Alex understood that she was aware of the danger, but also aware that he was there to protect her. He smiled softly, feeling a strange sense of purpose. He had come to this planet as an explorer, but he was beginning to realize that survival, understanding, and trust were even more important than any mission objective. Night began to fall. The forest around them transformed. The glowing leaves emitted a soft bioluminescent light, casting eerie yet beautiful shadows. Alex built a small fire carefully, knowing that it would keep some of the creatures away without causing harm. He sat close to the alien woman, watching her slowly relax, the red energy glow in her body now steady but faint. "I don't know what kind of creature you are," he whispered, "but you're not alone. I'll make sure you're safe." As the stars appeared above the alien sky, Alex felt something he hadn't expected: hope. For both of them, this strange encounter was only the beginning. He knew that tomorrow would bring challenges, questions, and perhaps dangers beyond imagination. But for now, he had made a friend, and together, they had survived the first night. And somewhere deep in the forest, unseen eyes watched. But Alex didn't notice. He was too focused on the fragile, glowing figure beside him, realizing that in a universe so vast and mysterious, moments like this made all the risks worthwhile. The next morning, the forest was alive with color and sound. Strange birds with translucent wings flitted through the trees, and soft glowing plants swayed gently as if greeting the dawn. Alex stirred early, careful not to wake the alien woman beside him. Her body rested peacefully, and the faint red glow in her skin pulsed rhythmically, calmer than the night before. Alex took a deep breath of the crisp morning air. He knew that while she had stabilized overnight, her condition was still fragile. The energy that flowed through her body was unlike anything he had ever seen, alive, responsive, and delicate. He needed to understand it better, not just to help her, but also because this could be a scientific discovery unlike anything humanity had encountered. He began by examining her surroundings. There were traces of the forest's strange creatures, footprints that glowed faintly in the soil, broken branches where something had passed, and small pools of water that reflected her light in rippling patterns. Every detail mattered. The alien woman stirred slightly and opened her eyes, blinking at him with luminescent pupils. She reached out toward him, and he took her hand gently, understanding her silent request for reassurance. "I need to understand what's happening to you," Alex said softly, scanning her with the portable scanner again. The readout showed the red energy was stable but irregular. It seemed to react to stress, to temperature, and even to the presence of certain plants and creatures nearby. Alex realized that her body was in perfect harmony with the forest, but something had disrupted it. He decided to investigate further. "Can you walk with me?" he asked. She nodded slowly, her gestures precise and careful. Supporting her as they moved, Alex noticed how aware she was of her environment. She avoided certain plants, moved with grace over uneven ground, and sometimes stopped to touch the soil as if drawing energy from it. The connection between her and the planet was undeniable. As they walked, Alex began to hear faint noises in the distance, soft, low growls, accompanied by rustling leaves. He tensed, realizing that the forest held predators he had not yet encountered. He motioned for her to stay close and quietly prepared a small tool from his kit. It was a compact energy shield, designed to protect against attacks. Not lethal, but enough to deter whatever creature might be nearby. The alien woman seemed to understand instinctively. She moved closer to him, her body glowing slightly brighter as if warning potential threats. Alex marveled at her intelligence and adaptability. Despite being in pain only a day ago, she was already displaying a natural survival instinct. Suddenly, the rustling grew louder, and the shadows shifted. From the dense undergrowth, a large creature emerged. Its body was covered in scales that reflected the forest light, and its eyes glowed faintly red. It moved silently but with purpose, its gaze fixed on the alien woman. Alex stepped in front of her, raising the energy shield. The creature hesitated, scanning Alex and the alien woman. Then it lunged. Alex activated the shield, and a soft, pulsating field expanded around him, causing the creature to stop abruptly. It hissed, retreating slightly, but it did not leave. Alex realized that it was not attacking out of hunger. It was reacting to the energy that the alien woman emitted. He glanced at her. Her red glow pulsed faster, responding to the predator's presence. "Stay behind me," he whispered. She nodded, her trust in him evident. He raised the shield and slowly backed toward a narrow path that led deeper into the forest. The creature followed cautiously, testing the limits of the barrier. Alex's mind raced. He needed a plan. The scanner indicated that the energy from her body could interact with certain minerals in the forest. If he could lead the creature over one of these energy-rich patches, it might disrupt its aggression without harming it. He glanced at the alien woman, and she seemed to understand, lifting a hand to indicate a glowing stone patch nearby. Carefully, Alex guided the creature toward it. The moment it stepped onto the glowing patch, it recoiled, its aggressive stance softening. The alien woman's red glow dimmed slightly, responding to the creature's change in behavior. It gave a low growl, then turned and retreated into the forest, disappearing among the trees. Alex exhaled, relief washing over him. "That was close," he said, looking at her. She reached out, touching his arm gently. It was a silent acknowledgement of gratitude and trust. Alex smiled. "We'll be okay, I promise." They continued walking, reaching a small clearing with a gentle stream running through it. The alien woman knelt by the water, her fingers dipping into the cool liquid. Alex noticed that the red glow in her skin pulsed in rhythm with the water's flow. He realized that she could draw energy from natural sources, stabilizing herself when needed. "This is incredible," Alex whispered. "Your body, it's like it's part of the planet." He knelt beside her, taking notes on his scanner. Every pulse, every shift in energy was carefully recorded. He knew that once he returned to his ship, this information could change humanity's understanding of biology and energy. While he worked, the alien woman watched him carefully. Occasionally, she made small gestures, pointing to a plant, touching a rock, or tilting her head at the scanner. Alex did his best to understand. He realized that she was not just reacting instinctively, she was communicating, teaching him about her connection to the environment. Hours passed, and the sun began to lower, casting long shadows across the forest. Alex decided it was time to find shelter. He guided her to a nearby cave hidden behind a waterfall. The cave was cool, safe from predators, and had enough space for them to rest. Inside, he set up a small energy field to provide light and warmth. The alien woman settled down, and Alex sat nearby, scanning the cave for any signs of danger. As night fell, he spoke softly. "You're safe now. Nothing can hurt you here." She looked at him, her glowing eyes reflecting the light of the energy field. She reached out, placing a hand on his arm. Alex felt the faint warmth again, the same living energy he had felt before. It was a silent connection, stronger than words. He thought about the events of the day. He had come to this planet to explore, but he had found something far more important, an intelligent being in need of help. He realized that humanity's strength was not just in technology or weapons, but in compassion, understanding, and the courage to act. The alien woman's glow pulsed gently as she slept, a soft rhythm that Alex found oddly comforting. He stayed awake, keeping watch, knowing that the forest was full of mysteries yet to be uncovered. Somewhere deep in the shadows, creatures watched and waited, but Alex was ready. He had learned quickly that survival required both courage and intelligence, and he had both. As the stars appeared above the alien sky, Alex made a silent promise. He would protect her, learn from her, and ensure that her unique energy and intelligence were understood, not exploited. This was the beginning of a bond between two very different worlds, a bond that could change the future for both species. And in the quiet of the cave, with the soft glow of her life force illuminating the walls, Alex realized that this encounter was no accident. The universe had brought them together, and together they would face the challenges ahead. Tomorrow would bring new discoveries, new dangers, and perhaps new allies. But for now they rested, united by trust, curiosity, and the fragile, glowing thread of life that connected them. The next morning, the cave was bathed in the soft glow of the alien sky. Rays of light filtered through the waterfall, creating dancing patterns on the walls. Alex stirred first, quietly checking the alien woman beside him. Her red energy glow pulsed slowly and steadily. She was awake but calm, her eyes tracking his movements. Alex knew they could not stay in the cave forever. The forest, beautiful as it was, held dangers that could not be ignored. The energy that flowed through her body made her vulnerable to predators, and staying in one place too long would increase the risk. "We need to move," Alex said gently, helping her stand. She nodded, her trust in him evident in the way she followed without hesitation. Together they stepped out into the forest, moving carefully along a narrow path that wound through towering trees and glowing undergrowth. As they walked, Alex noticed changes in the forest. The air was heavier, and the sounds of creatures that had been distant before were now closer, more insistent. The alien woman's red glow pulsed faster, reacting to the presence of unseen eyes in the shadows. Alex realized that they were being watched, and the watchers were not ordinary animals. Suddenly, the undergrowth rustled violently, and a group of creatures emerged. They were large, quadrupedal beings with thick, armored hides. Their eyes glowed faintly, and they moved with silent precision. Alex immediately stepped in front of the alien woman, holding the energy shield ready. The creatures stopped, circling cautiously. Alex could see that they were attracted to her energy. He knew that aggression alone would not work. They were intelligent enough to recognize threats and would not attack unless provoked. He needed a different approach. Alex knelt slightly, showing calm and non-threatening gestures. "We mean no harm," he said softly. He motioned for the alien woman to remain still. Her glow dimmed slightly, a sign of her listening and understanding. Alex then noticed something. The creatures were reacting not just to her energy but to her emotions. The red glow fluctuated with fear, stress, or calm. Taking a deep breath, Alex extended his hand slowly, showing openness. He spoke in soft, steady tones, hoping that his calmness would convey peace. "We are not your enemies. We only want to pass." For a tense moment, nothing moved. Then one of the creatures stepped closer, sniffing the air around her. Alex watched carefully. The alien woman reached out, lifting her hand slightly. Her red glow pulsed gently, not in panic but in recognition. The creatures hesitated, then slowly backed away, their attention diverted. Alex exhaled quietly, realizing that her energy could be used not only for life but also as a form of communication. They continued moving, carefully navigating the forest. Alex realized that every step required attention, not just for their safety but to understand the delicate balance of this ecosystem. The alien woman occasionally touched plants, and the glow in her body changed, as if drawing strength or communicating with the forest itself. Alex recorded everything, fascinated by the complexity of her abilities. By midday, they reached a clearing that opened into a valley. The valley floor was covered with luminous plants that pulsed softly, mirroring her energy in faint synchronized patterns. Alex paused, realizing that they had stumbled upon a natural sanctuary. The creatures of the forest kept their distance here, and the air felt stable and safe. "This might be a good place to rest," Alex said, kneeling beside the alien woman. She sat down carefully, her energy pulsing in rhythm with the glowing plants. Alex noticed how calm she seemed, her body in harmony with the surroundings. It was clear that this place had a unique effect on her, stabilizing her life energy and reducing stress. While she rested, Alex examined the area. He discovered small caves and shelters, natural formations that could protect them if danger returned. He also noticed unusual mineral formations that seemed to amplify her energy. It occurred to him that these minerals could be the key to understanding her physiology and how she survived in this environment. Hours passed, and Alex and the alien woman spent time exploring the sanctuary. He carefully studied her responses, how her glow changed with different plants, rocks, and sounds. He realized that her body was not just alive, it was in constant interaction with her environment. The more he observed, the more he understood that her species had evolved to harmonize with the natural energy of the planet. But the calm was broken by a sudden tremor. The ground shook lightly and the plant's glow flickered. Alex's heart raced. "Something is coming," he whispered. He helped the alien woman to stand, her red energy pulsing faster. From the edge of the valley, a massive creature emerged. Its body was covered in jagged scales and its eyes burned with intensity. Unlike the previous creatures, this one seemed aggressive, drawn strongly to her energy. Alex realized immediately that this was a predator unlike any he had seen. Fast, intelligent, and relentless. He raised the energy shield, but he knew that brute force alone would not be enough. The alien woman's energy reacted to his movements, pulsing in rhythm with the shield's field. Alex had an idea. He could use her energy to guide the shield, creating a protective barrier that responded dynamically to the creature's attacks. "Stay close," he said, guiding her movement subtly. Together, they formed a coordinated defense. The predator lunged and Alex activated the shield, the energy flaring brightly. The alien woman's red glow intertwined with the shield's light, creating a radiant barrier that caused the creature to hesitate. It attacked again, faster this time, but Alex adjusted the shield, using her energy as a guide. The creature recoiled, clearly confused by the unusual force protecting them. Alex realized that the bond between them was more than trust. It was a form of cooperation that combined human technology with alien physiology. Minutes felt like hours. The predator circled, trying to find a weakness, but Alex and the alien woman moved as one. Her pulses guided his reactions, and his calm decisions reinforced her confidence. Slowly, the creature lost interest, eventually retreating into the forest with a low, frustrated growl. Alex exhaled deeply, lowering the shield. He looked at the alien woman, whose red glow had returned to a calm rhythm. She reached out, touching his arm lightly. It was a gesture of gratitude, trust, and perhaps admiration. Alex smiled. "We did it," he whispered. "We survived." They spent the night in the valley, using the glowing plants as natural light and warmth. Alex monitored her energy carefully, noting how she drew strength from the environment. He realized that her species' connection to the planet was not just biological, it was almost symbiotic, a perfect harmony of life and nature. As the stars appeared above the alien sky, Alex reflected on the day's events. He had learned that survival required not only courage and intelligence, but also understanding and respect for life that was different from his own. The alien woman had taught him that strength could come from cooperation, empathy, and trust. Somewhere deep in the shadows of the forest, other eyes watched. But Alex was not afraid. He had learned to read the signals of this world, to anticipate danger, and to protect someone who was different but extraordinary. He realized that this encounter was no accident. It was a lesson, a challenge, and a chance to prove humanity's best qualities in the vast unknown universe. As he drifted into sleep, he felt a quiet pride. They had faced danger, learned from each other, and survived. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new discoveries, and perhaps new threats, but for now, they rested together, united by trust, courage, and the glowing thread of life that connected them. The next morning, the valley was calm, bathed in soft light. Alex woke early, alert and ready. The alien woman stirred beside him, her red energy glow steady and strong. She had slept well, drawing power from the glowing plants around them. Alex smiled. realizing that she was recovering not just physically but also emotionally. Their bond had grown deeper through the challenges they had faced together. "We need to explore more today," Alex said softly. She nodded, her glowing eyes reflecting understanding. Together they moved through the valley, carefully studying the environment. Alex noticed that she seemed more confident now, her energy controlled and precise. It was clear that she had learned to stabilize herself, and her trust in him had strengthened that control. As they ventured further, they reached the edge of the valley where the forest became denser and darker. Strange sounds echoed through the trees, and Alex could feel the faint vibrations of movement in the shadows. He realized that not all creatures here were friendly, but he also knew that the alien woman's abilities could help them navigate safely. Suddenly, a massive shape moved through the trees. It was larger than any predator they had encountered before, with long limbs and glowing eyes. Alex instinctively stepped in front of her, raising the energy shield. The alien woman's red glow pulsed in response, stronger and brighter than before. Alex realized that her energy could enhance the shield, creating a force stronger than his technology alone. The creature lunged. Alex activated the shield, and the glow from her body intertwined with the energy field, forming a radiant barrier. The creature struck, but the shield held, and the creature recoiled, confused and frustrated. Alex adjusted his movements, guided by the rhythm of her pulses. Together they moved as one, a perfect blend of human skill and alien power. Minutes passed, and the creature circled, searching for a weakness. But Alex and the alien woman remained calm, their connection guiding each step. Finally, the creature gave a low growl and retreated into the forest, disappearing among the trees. Alex exhaled, lowering the shield. "You did it," he whispered, turning to her. She reached out and touched his arm, her red glow softening in a gentle pulse. It was a gesture of trust, gratitude, and friendship. Alex smiled, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment. They had survived not just because of strength, but because of cooperation, understanding, and trust. After the danger passed, Alex and the alien woman continued their exploration. They discovered a hidden grove filled with glowing crystals. The crystals pulsed in harmony with her energy, amplifying her glow and stabilizing her life force. Alex realized that this was a natural sanctuary, a place where she could be completely safe and draw power from the environment. He carefully examined the crystals, taking notes on his scanner. The alien woman watched him, occasionally touching a crystal to show him how it interacted with her energy. Alex marveled at the complexity of her biology and her connection to the planet. She was not just a survivor, she was a living part of this world, perfectly adapted to its unique energies. As the day went on, Alex and the alien woman shared moments of quiet understanding. They explored the grove, studied the crystals, and observed the forest creatures. Alex realized that this experience had changed him. He had come to the planet seeking discovery, but he had found something far more meaningful, a bond with a being who was different, yet extraordinary. As night approached, they set up a small camp in the grove. The crystals provided soft light, and the alien woman's energy glowed in harmony with them. Alex sat beside her, watching the patterns of her pulses and the gentle flicker of the crystals. He realized that their connection had grown stronger than ever. "You're safe now," he said softly. "Nothing can harm you here." She touched his arm gently, and he felt the warmth of her energy, a silent acknowledgement of trust and friendship. Alex smiled, knowing that he had earned her confidence and that their bond would endure. Suddenly, the forest around them began to change. The glowing plants and crystals pulsed brighter, and the air hummed with energy. Alex realized that her presence was affecting the entire ecosystem. The alien woman's energy was not just life force, it was a part of the planet, interacting with every living thing around her. He watched in awe as small creatures emerged from the forest, drawn to her glow. They were curious but not aggressive, moving closer to observe without fear. The alien woman's energy pulsed in response, gentle and calming. Alex realized that she had the power to influence the environment, not through force but through harmony and understanding. As the night deepened, Alex felt a sense of peace. They had faced danger, survived predators, and discovered the incredible connection between her and the planet. He realized that humanity's greatest strength was not in technology alone, but in compassion, courage, and the willingness to understand life that was different from their own. The alien woman rested beside him, her red glow soft but steady. Alex watched the patterns of her pulses, feeling a quiet pride. They had faced challenges together and emerged stronger, united by trust and cooperation. He knew that this experience would change him forever, and perhaps humanity too if they could learn from it. As the stars appeared above the alien sky, Alex made a silent promise. He would protect her, learn from her, and ensure that her unique abilities were understood and respected. He had discovered not just a new life form, but a lesson in harmony, courage, and trust. The alien woman stirred slightly, reaching out to touch his hand. Alex took it gently, feeling the warmth and energy of her being. In that moment, he understood that they were partners in a shared journey, explorers, survivors, and friends in a vast, mysterious universe. Morning came again, and with it, a new sense of purpose. Alex knew that they would continue exploring, discovering the secrets of the planet and learning from each other. The bond they had formed was unbreakable, a testament to the strength of empathy, understanding, and the courage to help another being in need. And somewhere deep in the forest, life continued to thrive. The creatures watched from the shadows. The plants glowed softly and the crystals pulsed in harmony with the alien woman's energy. Alex realized that this was not just survival. It was the beginning of a new chapter for both of them. A story of trust, friendship, and the remarkable potential of life in all its forms. As the day began, Alex and the alien woman stepped forward together, ready to face whatever the forest had to offer. They had learned to rely on each other, to understand and respect the natural world, and to find strength in cooperation. The bond between human and alien had become a bridge between two worlds, a promise that life, even in the most unfamiliar forms, could be protected, understood, and celebrated. And as they moved deeper into the forest, the alien woman's red energy glowed brighter than ever, a sign of her trust, her strength, and the unbreakable connection they now shared. Together they faced the unknown, ready for discovery, adventure, and the endless possibilities of the universe.